El Pareva says you can get fired for speech. You can't get jailed. That's exactly right. And this is a great distinction. I made this, on Side Scrollers. I did a guest appearance there. There is a massive difference between what you can be fired for, which is almost anything, right? You can be fired for almost anything. As long as they're not firing you based on race, sex, orientation, etc., they can fire you for pretty much any reason at all. However, going to prison is different. So yes, you can be fired over speech. That is a thing. You can be fired over speech. However, you can't be jailed over what is speech. It has to be an impermissible form of speech. Here's the thing. If you are calling for death or violence, you should clearly be removed from your job. And once again, remember, removing someone from their job is a lot different than criminal punishment, right? So removing someone from their job, criminal punishment. So let me go full screen on this. I am pro removing people from their job if they celebrate violence, glorify violence, call for death, or call for future assassinations. That they all need to go. Those people need to go, right? Now, if you're somebody that is like, I disagreed with him and I didn't like him, right? And that's all you're saying. Okay, that's a fringe, maybe a borderline case, right? But if you're like, yay, he's dead, right? And an employer wants to fire you, they do have the right to do that. That's America. They have the right to do that. Now, can you be jailed for that? No, you cannot be jailed for that. And here's the thing. There's some corporations that are going to be okay with you saying, yay, Charlie Kirk is dead, right? And there clearly exist out there. There's organizations that are very, very left-wing that might be okay with that. But there's other organizations that don't want that. And they'll be boycotted, et cetera, right? There's other economic repercussions for that. So once again, a lot of this battle, the part of this battle is legal, but it's legal in the sense that employers can choose. They can choose whether or not they decide to remove you or not. And that's a freedom that we have in America.